Hi, you're right. So now we're going to be moving on to adding and subtracting fractions. So I'm going to start off with two examples and I'm going to show you how to add and subtract fractions. So you would have done this in primary school and you would have done some of it in year 7, but we're going to go over it again this year because we want you guys to be comfortable with it. Now, when you add fractions, okay, as you can see in this example, the denominator is the same. So this is 3/5 plus 4/5. So the denominator doesn't change in that case. So what you need to make sure is that you have your bottom number, which is the same, and then you just add the two top numbers together. So this is going to be 3/5 plus 4/5. So you can do the 3 plus 4, which is going to give you 7 over 5. Now, as you can see, 7 over 5 is an improper fraction, okay? Now, I want to convert that to a mixed number. So what you can do when you have to convert an improper fraction to a mixed number is we know that it's out of 5. So we know that one whole will be 5 out of 5, won't it? So if I give 5 out of 5, I then think to myself, okay, how many more do I need to make 7? Okay, I need 2 more in order to make 7. So 5 out of 5 plus 2 out of 5 is the same as 7 out of 5. And then I know that 5 out of 5 will be 1 whole and 2/5. So my answer will be 1 and 2/5. Alright, let's have a look now at this one. So over here we have 5/3 minus 3/4. So as you can see, the denominators here are not the same. So when the denominators are not the same, what we need to do is we need to make the denominators the same. So we think to ourselves, okay, I have a 3 and I have a 4. I can't times any number here to get 4, and I can't times 4 by anything to get 3. So therefore I have to think, okay, I need to look for the lowest common multiple. That's what it's referred to. It's referred to as the lowest common multiple. So nothing at this stage goes into 3, that goes into 4. So what you do, if that happens, is you multiply these two numbers together. So you're going to multiply the 3 and the 4 together to get 12. Okay? So we know that I have something out of 12 minus something out of 12. Alright, so what have I done to this 4? I've times it by 3. So if I've times the bottom number by 3, I also have to times the top number by 3. Here, I've times this bottom number by 4 to get 12. So if I times the bottom number by 4, which is my denominator by 4, I also have to times the numerator by 4. Alright, then we do 5 times 4, which is going to give me 20. So I write down 20 here. And then take away 3 times 3, which is 9. So now I'm left with 20 divided by 12 minus 9 divided by 12. And that will give me an answer of 11 over 12. Now, as you can see, that is not an improper fraction, okay? That is a normal answer. Can I simplify this fraction any further? Well, there isn't any number that goes into 11 that also goes into 12 apart from 1. So no, you cannot simplify that any further than what it is. So we leave our answer like that. So remember, when you're adding and subtracting fractions, the denominator, which is a bottom number, has to be the same. If it's not the same, you need to find the lowest common multiple. Now, the lowest number that they both go into is 12, so we think, okay, what do we times that by to get 12? What do we times this by to get 12? And if you're ever unsure of what to do, you just multiply these two together. But sometimes it won't always result in the lowest common multiple. Alright, so you just have to be careful, you just have to look at what numbers you have. In this case, 3 times 4 is 12, so that's our lowest common multiple. So you multiply the two bottom numbers together if they're different, and then you multiply the top number by the same as what you did at the bottom number. So if you multiplied your bottom number by 4, you have to multiply the top number by 4. If you multiply the bottom number by 3, you have to multiply the top number by 3. And then this one belongs with this, and this one belongs with that one. Okay, and then you work it out like that. I'm going to do another example now. So if we can copy that down, that'll be great. Okay, moving on to example 2. So what we have to do is we have to simplify these fractions. Now here we've got a mixed number. Now what we have to do with these ones first is we have to convert them both to improper fractions. So how do we convert a mixed number to an improper fraction? What we do is we take this number, the whole number, we multiply it by the bottom number, which is our denominator. So we're going to go 3 times 8, and then you're going to plus the top number, which is the numerator. So plus 5. Now what that gives you is it actually gives you the top number. Okay, so we're going to go 3 times 8, 24. So 24 plus 5, which is going to give us 29. So we know we're going to have 29. Now the bottom number will still stay as 8, so that doesn't change. 29 on 8. And then we're going to go plus, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. So we're going to take that whole number, times it by the bottom number, which is 4. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3. Okay, I won't write 3 there. Okay, plus 3, 11 on 4. Okay, so the bottom number stays the same. Okay, the only thing that we're changing is the top number. So now we've written them both as an improper fraction. The next thing we need to do is we need to make sure that we have our common denominator. So as you can see here, if I times this 4 by 2, I can get 8. So I'm not going to times those two together in this one, okay, because that's not going to be my lowest common multiple. For this one, if I times that by 2 there, I'm going to get 8. So I'm going to times this one by 2. Whatever I do to the bottom, I'll do to the top. Alright, 29 on 8 stays as it is. Plus 11 times 2 is 22. 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, now my bottom numbers are the same. So when your bottom number is the same, what do? You add the two top numbers together. Alright, so we're going to add 29 and 22. So if I do 29 and 20, for example, you can go 29, 39, 49. And then if you add another 2, that'll be 51. So 51 on 8. Now, you need to say your 8 times tables in order to know how to simplify this. Okay, because 8 8 is going to be one whole. So 1 8 8, 2 8 16, 3 8 24, 4 8 32, 5 8 40, 6 8 48. Okay, 6 8s are 48, so there's nothing that's going to be 51. So 6 is going to be my whole number, 48, and then you count how many more to get to 51. So 48. So 49, 50, 51. So there's 3 more. So 3 8s. Alright, so my final answer, can I simplify that? No, I can't. So that is my final answer. 6 and 3 8s. Alright, I'm just going to check the battery. Okay, I've got 5 minutes left. Fantastic. Alright, I'm just going to do this one now. So, 2.5 minus 1 and 5/6. Okay, so we're going to use the same sort of principle. So I'm going to times those two together. So 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So 5 over 2 minus 1 times 6 is 6, plus 5 is 11. So 11 on 6. Now I have to get those two the same. Now I can times a number here to get 6. So what times 2 gives me 6? 3. So that means that if I times this one by 3, I will also times the top by 3. So then I'm left with 15 on 6 minus 11 on 6. So then you do 15, take away 11, which is going to give you 4 on 6. Now, can we simplify 4 on 6? Yes, we can. Okay, so if we halve both of those, alright, we're going to end up with 2 over 3, 2/3. and then you think, can I simplify 2/3? No, I can't. Okay, so that's the simplest that it can go. Now, if you have any questions, please come on Google Meet, but before you do that, copy it down, watch the video again if you need to, and come on Google Meet if you have any questions. Thank you.